would you be buying BP stock at the moment?
The results are fine. They're a little bit better than expectations. No nasty surprises. We like BP as a stock at the moment. It's cheap.
And so you'd be buying today on the back of those results, because actually there's nothing too much to worry about.
I was buying yesterday, I'll buy today, and I'll buy tomorrow.
But what are I guess there are two things that we're still uncertain about. A, the liability could come up to 14 billion, and we'll find that out around January, February. And then two, this joint venture with Russia, the TNK BP oligarchs are still trying to sue. I mean, it's not a settled situation, is it?
It's not settled. They've got big challenges in Russia, but I think I've spoken to you before about it. We're not too fussed about Russia for the next 2 or 3 years. It may be an opportunity foregone in 7 or 8 years' time, but I think for BP today and for the next 2 years, it's a bit of a sideshow. Obviously, Macondo, post-Macondo is important. We have consistently said that we think that the final outturn will be less than was originally feared 9 months ago, and we'll have to see. But certainly BP is now out of the danger zone. They can pay whatever's thrown at them.
And you're confident that Bob Dudley is the right man for the job. I remember a couple of months ago we spoke and you were still very confident about BP, but there were questions from other analysts that this company wasn't exactly sure where it was going. Now we have the asset sales, we know exactly what they're selling off, they're going through big divestments. So does that make you even more confident in this stock?
You touched on a very important thing. BP announced, I think it was originally 30 billion of divestitures. I think they've now achieved 26 billion of them. They were all at good prices. They've announced another 15. That side of things seems to be going very well.
And so in terms of, for example, its main competitors, we also have figures from Total and Shell, and you sold actually some Shell stock, if I remember correctly, in the last couple of months. So BP is really your number one, it's your favorite.
Yeah, I want to explain, we sold Shell, we like Shell, but we had a good run in it. And we took our profit. Just going back to why we like BP, I think BP's market capitalization is about 133 billion, Shell's about 230 billion, and yet their profits, both in terms of billions for a year, both begin with 2. There's, I think 21 for BP is what we're expecting, and 26 for Shell. Shell on 9 times, BP on 6.7 times. That's why we like BP.
What about Total?
We like Total. I don't have the numbers in my head, though.
Tim, going forward, is there going to be much more of a skewing towards investors that actually will want stocks that are exposed to Brazil? It's the new discoveries that will really drive these share prices in the future for a lot of these oil companies.
We think Brazil is an interesting basin, and we've held Petrobras for many years. We've had other companies, like we own Hess, that have got interest there. It's definitely on our radar screen.
All right, Tim, thank you so much. Tim Guinness there, the Chief Executive and Founder of Guinness Asset Management.